They were my business on the front page. Headlines. I threw prescription in Dior frames. Sunshine. I had the vision back in 12th grade. Lunchtime. That I'd be killing with Dr. Dre. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few.
Oh, don't make me have to lose it.
No, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. Ooh, savage, that's a nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese denim. Enough gas to get you above average. How many more do I have to from my enemies? They bringing my old ways back. Back in my day, would've had your whole face smacked. Look at you, wonder why hate rap. Ooh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Feeling overpaid, I'm supposed to do. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never, what you trying to prove? I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you're short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. I've been swimming through the process and you can't see me on the Loch Ness. You can proceed with precaution, give the proceeds to my god kids. Older on my conscience, same my pop is. Lame when the pop get drop quick, buy drop kick. Why you gotta lie to me so much, babe? You tell me the same that you told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple 100,000 up in my mother's name. Peace, what peace? Talk about don't shoot, tell that to police. Scared and underprepared, I can see. Promise I'ma get them comments before I decease. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you're short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you're short.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Lucky 56. Detroit. Gone.
A first down throw, Darnold. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10, Darnold. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Lucky 56. Set. 3-19.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Darnold. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Play fake. Mayfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll toss it to Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
With a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. Nifty move. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Jets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the interception, Mayfield. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Breshad Perriman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Gun! 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 Gun!
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Darnold. Escape. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Watching that, Barney. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Able to shake him off. Flushed out right. Flushed to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Got his man, Isaiah Crowell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. A toss play to Hunt. Dances by him. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Darnold now on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Screen play, Johnson. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go to Johnson again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They go play action. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Seth DeValve, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down throw, Darnold. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Darnold. And Josh Hill has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On 1st and 10, Darnold rolling to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10, Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! 26 Mike.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Isaiah Crowell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now a play fake here on first down. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Clay Matthews in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Hey, Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Green, 39!
Darnold on first down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Darnold. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Lucky 56. Gone! Detroit!
On 2nd and 10, Darnold eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. TJ Carey right there in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
And the blitz does come. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? To throw is Darnold. They'll roll him out right. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To the air again, Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Ross. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Darnold to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again is Darnold. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, Darnold. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Now Myers for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Mayfield off the play fake. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
A shotgun snap for Darnold, eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back Excellent field position. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off. And, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're